dignitaries. We have the chairman of the All Progressive Congress, New York branch, Ayola Shueton.
Essentially, the theme of today's event, Unlocking Africa's Untapped Potential, is quite significant to the commitment of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in carrying out reforms in various sectors of the Nigerian economy to attract foreign direct investment into the country. With her young and very dynamic workforce, coupled with the abundant human and material resources, Nigeria is strategically positioned to play a pivotal role in shaping the future of Africa's economy that will compete favorably with other economies around the world. I'm also sure that this transformation, with significant investment in critical infrastructure, technology, energy, innovation, and the like, are already gearing towards creating an investor-friendly environment by prioritizing policies that ensure economic stability, transparency, and long-term growth. We are equally developing strong networks within Africa and globally for international investors to take advantage of the vast economic potentials of the Nigerian economy. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, these steps by government to recalibrate the economy are deliberate and conscientious attempts to work towards the realization of the ideals of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area, the African Union 2063 Agenda, and the SDGs. And all these, the Nigerian Consulate here in New York, along with our 108 diplomatic missions across the globe, have become resolute and dedicated to ensuring that investors receive the diplomatic support needed to navigate Nigeria's investment market. We are equally positioned to underpin government incessant and unrelenting commitment to build a resilient economy, deeply foster a thriving and vibrant business environment to stimulate growth and development. The trade desk in the mission is therefore equipped to provide relevant information on investment opportunities that abound in Nigeria, and we advise prospective investors to take advantage of this window to be properly guided. With these few remarks, I strongly believe that this room, before the end of today's event, there will be exchanges and discussions among prospective investors and among partners, and I strongly believe also that deals will certainly be reached at the end of the day, and I believe it will be a hitch-free deliberations with successful outcomes. Thank you for your kind attention.
We're in a country where basically everybody calls melting pot. Different people from different countries coming here into a new life, new world, new beginning. I came here, originally was born in Iran and just migrated and ended up in the United States. I wanted to make it a difference because when we came here, nobody was here to hold our hand. Nobody was here to really help us. We had to start from zero to get to where we are. Thank God, my father is not here, but I came to a point that I'm able to make him proud. But I wanted to make a difference, and I wanted to see if we could give this back to the world.
My name is Alfred B.C. Tufadi. I've been living here in the United States for more than 25 years. And part of my passion is to solve some of the challenges we face. If you are going to Nigeria, you live here in the United States, you've not been there for a while, your children want to go with you, they're afraid, they're concerned. You have investors who are interested in Nigeria, but they have this bad, this news.
To receive you on the hub, our airport concierge, they will welcome you, help you through the custom, help you with your bags, wait for you, coordinate your transportation, and if you're coming back to the United States, hey, we'll take care of that.
everyone. This is Jeremy from United Nations Communitech Group. The United Nations General Assembly side event, an international high-profile summit on trade, investment, and culture.
This special gathering will bring together leaders, officials, and artists from Africa and around the world, all coming together to connect, cooperate, and celebrate through cultural exchange.
Before I delve into the investment opportunity in my state, I'd like to briefly introduce my project, the Free School Feeding Program in Kaduna State. And the program is there that is designed to improve educational outcome and also to combat hunger, which has a remarkable impact on our children, especially the children of the most vulnerable. The government offers free meals that is served three square meals daily to these children. So while there is transparency and accountability in my government, and it has made it its core priority, we invite you to partner with Kaduna State in scaling up the program within the state and across the country. This creates opportunity for partnership and international organizations, NGOs, and private investors who can bring expertise and resources to expand the program's reach. The Kaduna State School Feeding Program has shown that when education and nutrition intersect, it creates a path of long-term social and economic development. We invite you to join us in scaling this initiative, improving the lives of millions of children, and contributing to the growth of the local economy. Together, we can build a brighter future for Africa's next generation. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, permit me to showcase and unveil the riches
Welcome to
and potentials of what Kaduna State possesses.
20 million consumer market. Kaduna State is open for investment in production, services, and manufacturing, especially in sectors like agriculture and mining. Where is Kaduna? Kaduna is centrally located in northern Nigeria. It has been an administrative center in northern Nigeria since around 1920 and has maintained this status. Strategic importance.
Our friends from Nigeria, African Union, for hosting this Assembly side event. It is a wonderful platform that we can exchange our knowledge, we can network, we can connect, and we can make friends here. So with this such an amazing opportunity, I also wanted to get you to know some of the financial experts in New York. And it's wonderful we are able to host a panel discussion. We have some amazing panelists and a wonderful moderator we're going to introduce to you. So I don't want to hold the time. Without further ado, I think that we should get our panel speaker today.
Kind of introduce a panel of experts to be able to give us a little advice and guidance on some of the things that we should kind of think about and be aware of as we look to possibly do business within the United States. So let me first start by introducing Casey Wang. Casey is a founder of accounting at Baruch and a master's in taxation at Fordham University. Casey has spent her career really specializing in taxation and identifying the best tax planning strategies for S Corps, C Corps, and partnerships. So give me a round of applause and welcome Casey. I'd also like to introduce Mei Chen. Mei Chen is also a CPA and a founder and lead partner for WLC LLP. May's specialty is really the nonprofit organizations. May spent 8 years working with nonprofits and was a tax-exempt organization manager at Deloitte. So May kind of brings, I think, a lot of expertise around navigating the pros and cons of nonprofits. So help me give a round of applause to May. And last, but certainly not least, we have Mr. Yang, and he is a attorney who's worked over 15 years with corporate law, wealth management, international tax planning. And I think what's important is that over those 15 years, he spent his career working at international law firms, along with one of the big 4 companies. So again, we have, please, round of applause for Mr. Yang. So I think as we kind of start this discussion, I'd like to really ask you guys questions, really pertaining to kind of some of your areas of expertise. I think we'll start with Casey. So, as the folks in the room start to consider and are looking at forming business ventures and different things within the U.S., what are, I think, some of the important things to know around the tax obligations that they have, right? Because in the end, it's not only about making money, because we can make the money, but then if we have to pay out over half of it to the government, then we're not really making money, right? We're making money for someone else. So I guess what are some of the things that we can really be aware of when it comes to tax applications for different corporations and structures?
Yes, thank you, Derek. I think the first thing people want to know is because U.S. tax system is so complex, and there are different type of business you want to think about. Some business type you don't need to pay tax directly from the entity. Some business you gotta pay tax with a strict percentage. So I want to sort of introduce what common business types you have here in United States, so you can make your decision. So the first one, which is the easiest one to run the business, is called proprietorship business. This is very simple. You can just start a business right now. So basically, you don't even need a business name. You can just use your own name to run a business. So let's say Casey's Bakery Store. So you can just start right away. But the bad thing is, so if let's say you have $100 profit, you gotta pay employee. The next 2 business type, which is very popular in US, is S corporation and C corporation. S corporation is similar as a partnership. You don't need to pay tax through the business itself. It's also flow to the shareholder.
Receiving a dividend from a U.S. company, right? The tax rate is 5%. Before that, you can claim the tax-free benefits on that form. Another critical feature of the tax-free is a concept called permanent business agent. So hopefully I can get that right. I apologize. But it's always exciting to in election years. There's always you can do a lot of possibilities.
Tinubu of Nigeria, ministers, ambassadors, and consulates general, dear ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. As we all know, Andy Lin here, Chairman of the United Nations Communitech Group. We welcome you to the United Nations Assembly International Summit on Trade, Investment, and Culture. I am very pleased to discuss with you the major issues of China-Africa cooperation and development. I believe that if we work together, we can realize our dreams. I call on all of us to forget the past and focus on building a relationship that moves obstacles and promotes progress on prosperity in the unhealthy relationship between China and the United States. You can trust us as we can trust you. We can sing hallelujah at the same time. Today we are willing to further explore the power, truth, and love with compassion to make common prosperity and jointly benefit all people all over the world to live a long and happy life. The United Nations Communitech Group has been committed to China-African cultural exchanges and cooperation for many years, especially in the United Nations Cultural Exchanges and Economic Development. Over a decade ago, we joined a permanent mission of Economic Community of West African states to United Nations in organizing cooperation with African countries. A series of cultural exchanges have been carried out through the strength of the United Nations. These activities have not only enhanced social relations and established mutual understanding and trust with the peoples of Africa, but also have led to a good foundation for our cooperation and created a common value of putting people first and the crystallization of love and compassion with a broad mind. With a strong support and assistance of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and the consular generals and the relevant United Nations departments, the African Union and people from all walks of life, the strength of gratitude and love could make the 79th United Nations Cultural Assembly International Summit a success. We are convinced that cultural exchanges are an important way to build peace and understanding so that the United Nations Communitech Group can spread the concept of love and peace to the world and enhance mutual understanding with much due respect among people of all countries. We will work together on the journey of civilization in the new era, write a new chapter in the history of human development. With the help of China, the United States, and Africa, we will jointly push the world towards a bright future and of peace, security, prosperity, fraternity, and progress, where there is love and there is hope. At the evening's event, we are committed to appreciating a variety of cultural performances, including traditional music and dance, as well as the classic New Year fashion shows, which will be hosted today. These programs not only showcase the diversity and charm of culture, but also provide opportunities for all to relax and enjoy the fine arts. We hope that these prospects further enhance each other's deep spiritual and loving understanding of friendship. I would like to work with you all to create a global civilization and a bright future. Today's summit will continue to revolve around the strategic partnership between China and Africa. We look forward to in-depth discussions in specific cooperation programs in such areas as financial investment, urban infrastructure, development, cultural tourism, medical health, agricultural and food production, green energy, and financial services. We plan to invite the Chinese and American entrepreneurs to go into Africa to invest and engage in close interactions in commodities, trade, and culture, as we stand ready to provide cross-border cooperation opportunities in the long term, as well as the short term. We believe that through today's efforts, we can only promote the deepening civil ties between China and Africa. We also contribute to global peace and prosperity. We want to work with all of you to build a world of love and peace. Let us work together to contribute to the development of China and African relations and to a world full of peace, prosperity, and harmony.
Like each other, I can still love you. If we don't get along, I can still love you. So What I'm trying to say is that when it comes to things like war and things like that, if we presented the world at an approach of love, we would have no war, right? So shake your neighbor's hand, be thankful to be here, because tomorrow is never promised, okay? My name is Lisa Diamonds. If you did not see me at the last show, please come up and...
What's left to do? These prayers ain't working. Every word shut down in flames. What's left to do with these broken pieces on the floor? I'm losing my voice, calling on you, 'cause I keep shaking, I keep bending backwards till I'm watching all these dreams go up in smoke. Let beauty come out of ashes. How can beauty come out of ashes? And when I pray to God, all I ask is, can beauty come out
and increase government revenue. According to a new report from the National Bureau of Statistics on the Nigeria's trade balance, Nigeria recorded trade surplus in the second quarter of 2024, hitting 6.95 trillion. The current surplus of 6.60% is higher than the 6.52 trillion surplus recorded in the first quarter. The report came just days after the country recorded almost 100% oversubscription of its first $500 million domestic bond and half-year revenue of 9.1 trillion. The 500 million domestic bond actually hit more than 900 million dollar threshold. This report underscores the increasing positive shift in the Nigerian economy over the last year. The NBS report reflects the country's strong export performance in the second quarter. Although total merchandise trade in quarter 2 of 2024 stood at 31.8 trillion naira, a 3.76% decline compared to the preceding quarter 1 of 2024. It nevertheless marked a 150.39% rise from the corresponding period in the year 2023. The NBS reported that the quarter 2 2024 surplus was essentially driven by export to Europe and United States and Asia. Total export for the country stood at 19.42 trillion, accounting for 60.89% of the country's total trade. This represents a 1.31% increase from 19.17 trillion in the first quarter and 201.76% surge from 6.44 trillion recorded in quarter 2 of 2023.
He's not just here by himself alone, but he's equally here to represent our dear President, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So once again, sir, you're welcome. It is not an easy thing for someone who came into the country last night around 10-11. We were together at the airport. We took him down to New Jersey, and I'm happy to see you here again. That is how we are in Nigeria. And I'm so happy, it is a good thing that Nigeria is now a part of the BRICS, that you formed in China. I want to believe you know about BRICS. BRICS is about, they're bringing about a better currency. It's an intergovernmental currency that is going to come soon to sweep off like the US dollars and others, instead of the USDT. I don't know if you know about USDT, that it's probably spent around these days now. BRIC is coming to be a part of, a better currency, kind of, that Nigeria now is a part of it. And of course, you know that, like Shirley said, we have good business opportunities in Nigeria, where, like, you remember when, about a year and a half ago, when we discovered the lithium, and we now bring in companies like from China to come invest in Nigeria, get involved in our economy, get to know more about what Nigeria has, because Nigeria is full of series of mineral resources. Many of you know about oil, but about a year and a half ago, you're getting to know about lithium that can be used for batteries and all of that. There are series of other mineral resources that are over there, everywhere in Nigeria. And the lithium now, we have about 8 or 9 states that having a bunch of lithium that you all can come around and explore. We have it in, and it's the best quality if you want to compare to other lithium that we have in other countries. Nigerian lithium is the best. It has the best quality. And also we have other mineral resources, like I said earlier. We have gold, we have zinc, we have iron, we have cocoa.
Of strategic investment, both local and international. A lot of people talk about the strength of Africa in terms of natural resources. I would say that the strength of Africa is in the teeming young population with potentials for innovation and capability to adapt to be able to come up with a great economic power in the context of global development. Conceptually, international trade can be defined as a exchange of goods and services between the residents of one economy and another. Trade has been recognized by both the classical and neoclassical economists as an engine of growth. This is because trade promotes growth and development through technology and foreign investment flows and other benefits associated with global capital movements. In the simplest form, international trade means exchange of goods and services across international borders. In order to know what is happening during international trade, governments keep track of the transactions among nations.
CEO of Vivid Mortgages. I've been doing financing mortgages for 20 plus years.
Welcome with this wonderful day. Well, I will start with the main subject of this gathering, this kind of piggybacking on the summit that we all know happened about 12 hours ago, and it's about trade, investments, and culture around the world. So
there's hardly anything you throw into African soil that will not grow. So I can say it proudly that African soil, as the garden of, I will call it the garden of Eden or the Goshen of the world, bears organic in terms of agriculture. So investment in agriculture in Africa is one thing you will never regret. So Nigeria started the businesses in rice plantation a few years ago.
Consul General of the Nigerian Commission, Nigerian Embassy in the States in absentia, the former Minister of Burkina Faso, Your Excellency, the First Lady of my state, Osun State. Even though we are opposition in Osun State, we are the government in Nigeria. My country and my regard to His Excellency, the Governor of Osun, Senator Ademola Adeleke. There is the conspiracy of senators. I happen to be in the 9th Senate. He was in the Senate, so we greet you. The chairman of the UK chapter of our party, APC, Tunde Duarte, and the New York chairman, Mr. Shweton, and of course other dignitaries here, and of course distinguished members attending the summit from the Chinese government, and of course all over the world. It's my joy and of course I consider it an honor and privilege to address this distinguished assembly of the 2024 Investment Summit with the team unlocking Africa's untapped potential, global trade as a catalyst for future prosperity. It's a truism that Africa and Nigeria in particular at present stand at a critical juncture of greatness with a youthful, innovative population, rich natural resources, and great market potentials. Africa is uniquely positioned to become a central hub in the global economy. Yet, this potential cannot be realized without the catalytic role of strategic investment, both local and international. A lot of people talk about the strength of Africa in terms of natural resources. I would say that the strength of Africa is in the teeming young population with potentials for innovation and capability to adapt to be able to come up with a great economic power in the context of global development. Conceptually, international trade can be defined as a exchange of goods and services between the residents of one economy and another. Trade has been recognized by both the classical and neoclassical economists as an engine of growth. This is because trade promotes growth and development through technology and foreign investment flows and other benefits associated with global capital movements. In the simplest form, international trade means exchange of goods and services across international borders. In order to know what is happening during international trade, governments keep track of the transactions among nations. The records of such transactions are made in the balance of payment accounts. 24 Global Man of the Year to my brother and a very articulate and consummate leader of the 10th Assembly, former governor of Zamfara State, and established philanthropist. I can attest to that. Senator Abdulaziz Amiyari for humanitarian and excellence leadership. Today, September 24, 2024, at the high-profile summit on economic, trade, and investment in New York, United States of America.
Award presents 2024 Global Man of the Year Award to Senator Ajibola Basir, National Secretary, All Progressive Congress APC, for excellent leadership. September 24th, 2024, at the high-profile summit on economic, trade and investment, New York, USA. Now, on behalf of New Day International, I present this award to you.
This is not a surprise, this is an ambush. Actually, as a matter of principle, I don't take awards. So if you had informed me, I would have declined. Since you have presented it, I believe that there is actually a lot of market for what the award. So as a matter of principle, I don't take award. The awards that I desire and that my parents desire for me was to take an award of a PhD in property law, which I work for and I got. So, but since you have decided to present this to me, I take it and I believe that it's because you thought that I meant it and done it in a very surprising manner. Even when I was a commissioner in Osun, I was a 2-term commissioner. People always write letters for award. I asked my chief of staff to always keep the letters of such award. And I said that when I finish service, when they want to give me award, they should give me. And I'm still serving. So I believe that when I'm in my 60s, I would have subsequently been serving people. So thank you for this ambush.
First Lady of Osun State, I present this award to you on behalf of New Day International.
For this ambush again, like my senator said, but I accept. What I have to say, only to say thank you, Chief. The second is an award for humanitarian and excellent leadership, right? Well, award well deserved, right? I take it because I know in Osun State, I've done a whole lot. My husband's government has done a whole lot in supporting me, in supporting women in that state. So, any award, accepted. Thank you very much. God bless. So you will have to let me.
So much to attend today's event.
My pleasure.
How do you feel about this business summit?
It's a quite exciting time. A lot of people came. We learned a lot from different culture. We learned about businesses, international investment, other nations, particularly Africa, China, and America collaboration.
Attend today's event. Could you first introduce yourself and also give us a few thoughts about today's summit?
Okay, my name is Chief Ayo Ola Shueton. I am the president of the Olumo Progressive Association and the chairman for APC in New York State. This summit today is a very beautiful one that brings everybody together and encourage trade and industries and culture all over the world, and most especially within the Chinese culture and the Nigerian culture. So we hope and wish to do much more business with the Chinese group, most especially in Nigeria. So we appreciate you all.
This is an opportunity that will offer Nigerians in diaspora and the Chinese in diaspora to collaborate and get into real development in Africa. Africa as an emerging economy and Africa as an organic nation is a place to behold.